And let's stay with this topic right now, because just as fuel and gas supplies dwindle in the aftermath of Hurricane Ida, what does the long road to recovery look like for businesses, for families? And what does that mean for what was a red-hot housing market in that area? And you had seen commercial real estate really begin to rebound, especially in greater New Orleans. Let's bring in Corporate Realty President Michael Siegel, who joins us live in Alabama after he just evacuated New Orleans. And Michael, obviously, we're happy to see that you and your family are safe. You know, it's interesting because we saw what happened with Katrina and the housing price jump there. You saw housing prices jump 17% initially, but it wiped out half of the housing availability of the greater New Orleans area. That was Katrina. Do you have any sense of what Ida is going to mean now for this market?
I guess the first thing I'd say, I think it's a little too early to predict with any absolute certainty what'll happen, but Ida was not a Katrina event. We were lucky. The people west of us were not so lucky. I think notwithstanding our lack of electricity, which the people at Entergy have done a yeoman's job getting it back over the last 3 or 4 days, I think a week from now you'll see significant recovery in New Orleans. And I think, you said we had a red hot residential real estate market and a strong commercial market. I think that'll continue. I think, again, I'm not minimizing the damage that Ida did and people that lost homes and roofs and businesses, but it's not a Katrina event. I think we'll recover a lot quicker, and I think we'll get back to a robust commercial and residential market that we had.
Well, what we have seen so far is that the people of New Orleans and the greater Louisiana area are resilient, and they will build back, and they go through hurricanes every year. I mean, I understand that. And I was also looking at some of the numbers as we went into 2021, and that, 17% of homes were selling above listing, multiple offers. So, obviously people rebuild. The president was very clear today that insurance companies need to step up and be there for homeowners. I want to bring up something else, though, with you. We were looking at pictures yesterday on the show of the Galleria and Metairie. That was something that you were a part of. You're more on the commercial property, side. You probably have already seen these pictures of all these blown out windows at the Galleria. Talk to us about your thoughts when you saw that video cross and the destruction that you've seen on the commercial side.
It's disappointing. It's depressing. It's daunting. But, the major buildings like the Galleria and the owners of the Galleria are also resilient and well insured, and I think they'll come back and rebuild. And, I don't want to, again, minimize what happened or say that I don't have concerns, but I think if we had this same interview 2 weeks from now, you'll see a city in full recovery. It's just not a Katrina event where the water came in and sat there for days. It was the entire city, and it took 4 months just to dig out from under it. If we did not have the power issue, I think the Saints would be playing football in the Superdome Monday night.
Yeah. Well, that's something else. Between Tulane, and I know that you've worked with the NFL team as well there. So let's talk about something else here, because we've had the pandemic. Obviously, New Orleans and Louisiana has dealt with the same things that the nation has. The pandemic, and obviously businesses shut down. How is the business community doing overall in New Orleans right now, before Ida at least?
I think the business community was doing well to very well. Everybody across the country, not just New Orleans and not just Louisiana, is still dealing with COVID. And we are such a hospitality and tourism related city. It certainly did a number on us. But, since I guess March of this year, you had seen a market improvement in all the commercial sectors around New Orleans. The hospitality sector, the restaurant sector, concerts were coming back. The jazz festival was playing, the French Quarter festival was playing, and once again, because of the fourth phase of COVID, that's not the case anymore. But we are resilient. The city's resilient, and the country's resilient, and this is just like something else to deal with. Yeah. Again, I don't want to keep saying the same thing. I'm minimizing it. But, we're going to get past it, and From the, bring back to what you really asked me about is the commercial real estate side. I don't think it will change the momentum in the long run at all. I think we had a fairly robust commercial sector. Interest rates help. People's desire to be in New Orleans is as strong as it's ever been. And, this is just a setback, not a Katrina event.
Michael Siegel, we appreciate your time today. I do hope that you are able to go home soon. We appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you.